welcome to the Cog Pod. This is episode 49, and for your listening pleasure, we have only myself, which is Nick, and Grim today.
No, it's just you.
It's just me? Are you my imaginary friend?
Yes, I am.
Imaginary frenemy, or what?
No, now you're making it too weird.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This is awkward already. So, how's it going?
It's going great. I have a full belly. I had some sushi.
Where'd you go to?
A local place that's called Tuna 2.
Tuna 2?
Tuna 2. I don't know what Tuna 1 is, but it's Tuna 2.
Did the first one burn down or got
I
closed
don't
by
know.
health and
It
safety?
might be in New York City.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. So what did you have specifically?
I had some gyoza and a spider roll and I don't know, some other roll.
Do you want to explain what those are for our uncultured listeners?
So gyoza is pork dumplings, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like pot stickers.
Yeah. Although here that's offensive if you call them that.
Nah, well, that's what, they're sold in grocery stores frozen as, so.
Yeah, exactly. I said that to like an Asian friend of mine, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? Don't call them that.
Wow, offended.
I know, triggered.
Oh, whatever.
They shook and everything.
So offended and triggered.
Triggered. Damn.
A spider roll is a soft shell crab inside of, rice as a roll.
I've never had soft shell crab.
It's really good.
Does it have all the like innards in it?
So it does if you get it as like the meal.
Okay.
And it's kind of off-putting, but like if you get it as a roll, it's inside the rice, and you can't really tell, but the only thing is it'll have two ends that are like the claws.
Oh. Is that just to prove it's a crab?
Yeah, so it looks like it's just the legs or whatever, so spider roll.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty good.
It is. That's probably one of my favorites to get there.
And is this your first time to this place, or?
No. I've been there before.
Okay.
It's a couple people I know went to school with daughters, and it's all family owned.
Oh, okay.
That's where I went to before Taste of Asia.
That's at your new place that you do the reviews of and stuff, right?
Yeah, the amazing place that I had takoyaki at recently.
I know. I was so jealous of that. There's nowhere I can get that around here.
I was surprised. She offered it. I was like, oh my God.
Could you see them making it, like flipping it? I think that's like part of the fun.
No, so I found out that that's all family owned as well, and the waitress who's also a manager, I don't know, it's confusing. It's her uncle that cooks everything, so it's behind in the kitchen or whatever, so we can't see it.
Oh, okay. I got a question. Is there anything that, like, we normally do viewer questions, but now you're just going to answer my questions today?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is there anything that people call food that you wouldn't even try?
What do you mean?
Like, would you eat like a monkey? Because some places they eat monkeys.
Yeah, I'd eat a monkey.
Yeah.
I think I'd try anything once. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if it's risking my health, I might not. But
like, would you eat fugu?
I feel like we've talked about this before.
Oh, did we?
What is it?
Blowfish, sushi, or sashimi, really?
Probably not.
No.
I want to, but probably not.
Would you eat jellyfish salad?
Is it less risky?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 0% risky.
Yeah, I'd eat that.
Yeah. That's the only thing that I've ever come across that I've turned down.
Really?
Yeah. I just had this image in my head that I'd try it and my throat would swell up and I'd die. But my friend tried it and said it was really good. So
Did your friend swell up and die?
sadly, yes. No, just kidding.
One less
Although
person I have to help.
I was prepared if he did, like while he was lying on the floor, to say "I told you so," but it never came to be. But the most offensive thing is, like, that same day I took him to get my favorite drink, which is called grass jelly, which I think is the most delicious thing in the world, and he tried it and basically vomited in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah, you posted some of that once. You have
Yeah.
a problem.
It's so good, but like you can eat a fucking chopped up jellyfish with poison in it, but you can't eat like the most delicious, or you can't drink the
Poison's
most
out of it.
delicious.
Clearly, he didn't die.
Not yet. It'll happen. He shortened his life by 10 years.
Did he make a deal?
With the devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made a deal after that.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything? What's the weirdest thing you've tried?
I don't know. I don't consider a lot of things weird.
Yeah, I suppose that'd be a hard question for us, wouldn't it? We were talking earlier. You eat hearts.
I eat hearts. I like hearts. They're my favorite meal.
Yeah, they're delicious, aren't they? What kind of hearts?
I've had chicken and turkey.
Okay. I had chicken duck, which I think is my best one. I had a turkey one, and then I also had a bit of beef heart, but they're too big to. They're like way
you
too
didn't
chewy.
just like pick that up in your hand and eat right out of there?
Eat it like an apple?
Yeah.
No. I have done that with like a turkey heart once, but it wasn't so good that way. So, our dining adventures, yeah. So, have you cooked anything recently?
Have I cooked? I had... What was it? I made yakitori, but that's normal for me.
Yeah, you make that quite often, or you did anyway.
I don't know. I've been eating out way too much lately.
Yeah, lifestyles of the rich and famous here.
No. Lifestyles of the not wanting to cook.
Oh my god, how can you not want to cook?
I mean, I do want to cook, but I don't want to go through the hassle of... I don't know. It's something else living here. It's
Okay.
I don't know if I should ask if I should make enough for him, or should I just make my own. It's complicated.
Yeah. I see. So just no one has food because they're worried about being
No one has
polite.
food. Well,
He's
he orders
downstairs
out
starving
a lot,
to death.
No, he just gets food when he's out or whatever.
Is he adventurous with food?
I want to say yes, but also no.
Okay.
And I have a feeling he doesn't listen, so he eats a lot of pizza and chicken.
Okay.
So we went to get mac and cheese at this bar once that's like super famous for it's like a casserole dish basically.
Yeah.
And they do specialty mac and cheeses, and he got pizza flavored.
Pizza flavored mac and cheese.
And I got lobster.
Oh, you're really taking advantage of the situation.
It was delicious.
Is lobster a big deal there?
It is to me because I love seafood.
Yeah, but like, do people pay a lot for lobster? And
it depends, I think.
Okay, yeah. Here, it's not such a big deal because it's like that's our main industry is getting lobsters and living off unemployment.
Well, that's everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't, but that's my brother's job. He's a lobster fisherman. So they give us lobsters sometimes.
Does he ever have lobster horror stories?
Not real. He don't,
darn.
but a lot of people do.
Oh.
Like, they're the ones I don't... it's probably just boring Canadian newspapers, but in the newspapers 2 years ago, there was a picture of a perfectly half white and half black lobster, like split right down the middle.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're the ones that caught that, so I'm sure that wasn't like world news or anything, but that was pretty cool.
That's no blue lobster, but come on.
No, blue lobsters are pretty common here, I guess. They catch a few every season.
It's funny because, I always see big deals made out of them. I'm like, it's okay.
Lobster depression is a serious issue.
Yeah, I turned blue too. Blue Raptor.
Blue Raptor. We were, right before we got on here, we were playing with Face Rig, and anyone who listens frequently knows that Grim likes to make raptor noises.
Wait, what?
There we go. So Face Rig has a raptor on it, and I was showing it to him. Unfortunately, I can't make the noise, so I was just going, I still don't know how to do it.
It was depressing, and I'm not going to teach you.
No, I don't think I can learn that kind of thing. I think you're born with it, or you're not.
Well, yeah, but, you're either born a raptor or you're not. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like a baby crocodile or something like that.
We should euthanize you.
Oh, jeez. Rude. Speaking of euthanizing, how'd you enjoy Overwatch recently?
I didn't.
No? Were you getting salty?
Yeah, I didn't have my heals. I'm a tank, as any class I play, or character I play.
No matter what character you play, you're a tank?
Yep.
What do you think of the changes to Junkrat?
I actually explain those because I haven't seen them live yet, because they're not live yet, right?
Oh, they're live.
The Diva one isn't?
Nope, Diva one isn't, but the Junkrat and Roadhog ones are.
So, what's the Junkrat one then? I haven't actually played him, I guess.
He's got 2 concussive mines.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's horrible. You haven't noticed.
No, I haven't noticed. I've noticed he's been a little more annoying, but maybe that's why.
That's why. And everyone's playing him every chance they get now. Like, it's terrible.
Funny. Well, he's already an annoying character because you can just lob stuff. I mean, look at my play of the game.
Yeah, he mostly kills people without even knowing where they are, so... But yeah, that's going on. And then the Roadhog one, have you noticed that one?
I saw Sniper was playing and he moved while healing.
Mm-hmm. But you also take half damage while you're healing. So my favorite thing recently has been when Diva's going to explode, I walk right up to the explosion and start drinking. And you'll end with more health than when you started.
Really?
Yeah, you'll be full health by the time she's done exploding.
Ow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I gotta say.
That's good, too, because you can hook it, pull it away, heal, take it, and everyone can live.
Oh, yeah, I never even thought about saving other people.
Well, that's because you don't do that.
I know, I don't.
Why are you playing a tank?
I'm in it for me, man.
Well, then you can play whatever free-for-all and pull a Diva towards you, heal everyone around you. I guess they would get the kill, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. So I need a hook that pushes them away.
Throw the hook, push them.
I have a hook and a stick, and like I can hook them or I can stick them away, like shoe kind
hook
of thing.
Them and stick them.
Hook them and stick them.
I don't know. I'm liking the Reaper changes though, just without having to kill people and healing.
Oh yeah, that was kind of unfair before, I think.
Well, I mean, I play him super tanky anyway, so with him healing like that, he is more viable.
Yeah. Back to the Diva thing. I can also save people when I'm May by putting my wall up. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Reinhardt can also block a blast.
Yeah, I don't do it though. I only protect
me. Annoying.
I try to make sure the wall's between me and the blast, and I try to keep my teammates on the other side.
No, you make sure the wall's between me and the exit.
I do that too. That's only because you did something bad. I can't remember what it was.
You can't remember. It's not worth it. Don't think. Moving on.
Moving on. It must have been real bad if you don't want me to remember.
Don't talk about it.
Oh, okay. So, have you been playing Space D&D?
I have. And it's a lot better than the first one.
Is it?
It
Do
is.
you recommend people buying it?
If they plan on playing it for a long time, probably, just because that's one of those, technically an MMO where you can get sucked in.
Yeah, I don't need that. Are you sucked
Yeah.
in? Are you getting sucked, Grim?
Am I getting sucked? God. No. I'm just kind of playing it casually. I'm not like super hardcore. I'm, I think, 220 light, and I think 300's cap right now. And I see people around like 270 that are in one of the groups, and I just...
Is that like levels, or?
It's like, so your item level or light level.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you played anything that has that kind of system, but like World of Warcraft has that. Like any MMO will have
yeah,
item
I played
level.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, so that has item level, or Final Fantasy 14 has item levels.
Okay. Yeah, I probably just didn't understand that because I'm not able to like focus on a game for the amount of time is required to be good at it.
I don't know. You're playing Overwatch pretty well.
Oh, that's true, but that's part of like we do that at work too, so that's easier. But like if you're in an MMO, you got to do like a raid for 6 hours or whatever like that.
Well, hopefully they don't take that long.
Well,
if you're good at them, they don't take that long.
Well, look who you're talking to here. Do you think I'm good at raids?
No, I think you're bad at everything you do.
Oh, that's mean. That's probably why I put that wall up in front of you.
Can't cook, can't play video games.
You're hitting low blows now. You know damn well I can cook. You know damn well.
Well, speaking of that, what have you cooked lately? I've seen some.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, my most recent experiment the other night, which I guess turned out okay, was deviled eggs. Or no, not deviled eggs. Pickled eggs.
Yeah, there's a big difference there.
Yes, it is. I kind of... You know when we were talking about doing eggs for ramen before, how you had to give them an ice bath?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they get that little ring on them?
Yes.
Yeah. There's another reason why you have to give boiled eggs an ice bath that I didn't know about. And that is you can't peel them if you don't do that. It's very, very hard to peel an egg.
That's the issue I had.
Yeah.
That's why I kept breaking my fucking eggs.
Well, that's the issue I also had. Even, I guess I wasn't understanding what you were talking about.
How pissed were you?
I was on a scale of 1 to 10, 600. I was basically out there. Jen had come over, and I said, "Okay, you can you can play the computer or whatever.
Watch the computer.
You can watch the computer. You can't touch it. Just watch it. No." So anyway, she was in here watching Friends, and I was out there trying to peel the eggs, and I'm just ripping them apart, like opening presents on Christmas. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Is it because
you're peeling a chunk of the white off with the shell? Yeah,
like the big, like, okay, I've got like 5 little yolks and no white parts of the egg. I've got 600 pieces of shells lying everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because, when I make soft-boiled eggs, I always give them an ice bath because I don't want that green ring. I didn't know it had another purpose. So...
I thought that's why you were telling me to do it.
No. but yes, but no. Like, that's a magic secret that I didn't fully understand, I guess. Anyway, so I'm yelling and screaming at these eggs and ripping off pieces and throwing them everywhere, and Jen comes out and she says, is that water you got them in cold? And I'm like, well, a little bit. And she's like, you gotta have ice water to peel these. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, you can't peel an egg unless it's in ice water because it contracts away from the shell.
Well, I peel hard boiled eggs under running cold water. That works too.
Yeah, I just had like room temperature water, I guess.
Nick, you're an idiot.
I know. Anyway, she
Jen's
dropped
the
some
real
ice
hero.
in the bowl, and the next egg I cracked and I went bloop, and the thing come right out.
It just shoots right out.
It just shoots right out, just like that. So, yeah, apparently she had a job where she had to do like 600 of them at a time or something like that. So, now I know the
Now you're a
rest of
master?
the story. Now I'm a master. True
So
master.
how did they turn out?
Pretty good. I made... The recipe I had said to strain the pickling juice to get the stuff out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to leave it in there so it will be stronger. So it basically looks like a murky jar of white eyeballs floating in it. But you know what? They taste good.
I mean, I bet eyeballs taste good, right?
Probably if you pickle them. Like, I wonder if they're hard to peel. When you were a kid, did they used to have Halloween parties where they had peeled grapes and told you they were eyeballs or whatever?
Probably. I don't remember a lot from my childhood. I was dropped on my head too many times.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. This is like the insulting, offensive hour we're doing.
I'm offended.
Are you triggered?
No, just offended.
Oh, okay. So that's my most recent experiment with food.
You had a few others that you cooked, right? But you probably made them before.
Well, what's the most recent one you saw?
I think the rice. Did you make that?
Oh, shit, the rice, yeah.
Oh my god. Why do I talk to you?
I'm like a goldfish. Or what's that Finding Nemo, that fish that forgets everything?
Dory?
That's it, I'm Dory. Anyway, this is like the easiest rice recipe ever. You take 3 cups of dry rice, put it in your rice cooker, 1.5 cups of coconut milk, 1.5 cups of chicken stock, cook that, zest a lime and squeeze some lime juice in it when it's done, chop up cilantro, put it in it. That's a meal right there. It's fucking awesome.
So you don't put this all in the rice cooker. You cook the rice separately, right?
You cook the rice with the coconut milk and the chicken stock.
Okay. So you only use 3 cups with 3 cups?
Yep.
Oh, that's weird. Usually it's double the liquid.
Really? Not in my rice cooker.
Oh.
Never been that way. Wait, are you using Uncle Ben's? Did you use
I'm
that Uncle Ben's you got
rice.
for your birthday? Are you using minute rice?
It wasn't Uncle Ben's, it was minute rice. God.
That's the same thing.
I fed that to the birds and they all died.
Yeah, no doubt. You're the one that caused that bird disease going around this year.
That might just be a Canada thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, there's news flash. Birds are dying in Canada.
Oh, no!
Congratulations, Grim.
By the way, take your geese back. I'm tired of them.
We've got some of your eagles, by the way. Do you want them back too?
They were endangered. Bring them back. They're not anymore.
They're fine? Are eagles fine now?
I think they're fine now. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, we'll just club the ones we got and throw them out. Then you don't need them.
They're not seals, Nick. You can't do that.
We totally can do that. I think we got off topic though. Oh yeah, rice is good, except for minute rice. So once you mix those 3 ingredients together, you club some seals and throw bald eagles into the ocean.
What? What's going on?
And then you take fidget spinners and cause hurricanes in the southern U.S.
I can't handle you right now. This is why we have other people on the show.
Just to keep us in control? Or maybe it's just me. Is it just me?
It's you.
Oh, okay.
You're forcing me to talk. I can't.
Oh.
I can't.
I know it's uncomfortable for you to do that.
It's awkward.
Maybe I can ask you some weird questions and then that will help.
All right. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Hmm.
No, I
What
don't like this.
is...
I don't like this anymore.
Are you
I want.
chickening out already?
Yep. I want to talk about your favorite holiday.
Oh, yes, please. Thanksgiving.
So
Just kidding.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
come through this computer and beat the shit out of you.
It's bound to happen eventually.
Well, it's Halloween, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's my holiest day.
And I'm not sure if you actually wanted to talk about it, but you posted a sneak preview of something with something else that you're making. I don't exactly know what it was, but
well, yeah, I can talk about that. It's not a big secret, really. I was thinking about keeping it a secret in case I fucked it all up, but
well, I hope you don't fuck it all up.
Yeah, me too. But I'm just gonna go for it. Anyway, I've wanted for quite a few years to learn how to do like real legit mask making, like they do for movies and that kind of stuff.
All right.
So I've been watching videos, and a few years back, my tattoo artist Danielle made me into Pinhead for Halloween, which was really good. So I watched what she did, and I bought plaster casts. I'm going to make a mold of my head. I'm going to fill that mold with plaster of Paris when I'm done. Then I'm going to use sculpting clay to make a really extra horrifying face on top of my regular horrifying face. And then I'm going to cover that with liquid latex and then paint it with paints mixed with liquid latex. And I'm going to have a custom fit mask that I can use spirit gum to attach to my skin so it will move exactly as if it is my face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to terrify some kids on Halloween. I might even be working in a haunted house. I don't know.
Just don't get stabbed by someone who gets really scared.
That would be ideal because then I can reciprocate.
Make them sign a waiver before they come in. No stabbing. You might die.
I said I'm going to be working in a haunted house, but I didn't say I'm going to let the owners know that.
Oh.
All you do is like you find a haunted house and then you slip in the back with your costume on.
Is that what people do? Is that why there's so many chainsaw dudes at these things?
Yeah, they're not real workers. No one's crazy enough to let a chainsaw guy work in a haunted house with kids and stuff.
Oh man,
crap! Did you ever watch that movie, The House That October Built? The Houses That October Built.
I can't remember. Maybe.
It's one of those found footage type of films where these people were going to every haunted house that they can get to across America.
Okay. And
then they actually get murdered at one. Spoiler.
Oh, no, you ruined it for me. Now I don't want to watch it.
No, it's more to it than that.
I think I've watched that or something similar because obviously there's probably copies.
Oh, yeah, there almost certainly is. Do you do anything for Halloween?
No, but I always want to.
Well,
but I don't.
You should this year.
It's effort, man.
Well, but it's for Halloween.
It's one night. It's like the one day that I feel like I fit in with everyone else. I don't need a mask.
It's like that thing I see on Facebook about someone getting home and unzipping their human costume and the devil getting...
Yeah, see? Like, it's always nice and comforting, like, when you go out and you're... I don't know, I like to walk to the convenience store because people are walking around causing chaos, and you're just like, yeah, this is fine.
They're
this
like,
is actually okay.
I saw 3 Grims on the way to this grocery store. For those of you who don't know what he looks like, he's got great big horns like a ram. He's red. His skin is red. His eyes are a weird glowing green color.
Are you okay, Nick? Are you on drugs?
No, I think it's the drugs kicking in.
Wait, when have you seen me like that?
All the time, I'm seeing it right now.
No, I have my people suit on.
But do you like Halloween at least?
Yeah, no, I love Halloween, and I love like the ideas and just everything that goes on. But I never really get around to doing anything. One thing I've always wanted to do was like set up. I mean, nowadays you can't really do it, but like people used to set up their house to let people walk through to like as their own haunted house. But now it's like, you'd have to sign something just to go in because blah blah
Is it
blah.
really that bad in the U.S. right now?
I feel like it would be. Like when I was a kid, I just remember like going through one, and it's like, oh, this is like my mom was with me, and it's like whatever,
Yeah.
like no big deal. But now you'd have parents that are like, oh no, you're like, yeah,
It's gone downhill. Like people have lost the spirit of Halloween. They do something here that I find really disgusting. It's called trunk or treat. Have you ever heard of that kind of thing?
Do they park their cars?
It hurts me to talk about this, Grim. But, oh my god. This is difficult, sorry. They fill their trunks with candy, the trunks of their cars, and they go park in a church parking lot. And instead
right next door?
Yeah, I guess so. Instead of the kids going out and like stealing things and smashing things and getting their own candy and being scared, they go to a church and get candy safely out of the trunks of cars, and then they go home. It takes like about 45 minutes, and then Halloween's over for these people, and these kids are just not learning the true meaning of Halloween. Like, it's literally painful and disgusting to me that people are doing this.
My favorite thing is that you get to suffer if you see this firsthand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be looking out my window, like scowling.
I hope you're not home for it.
No, I'm never home on Halloween. Well, I am if you're thinking about robbing me, but if anyone listens to this, I am home.
He sets booby traps. You don't want to go in there.
Yeah. It's like Home Alone. Paint cans are going to be flying on strings.
I figured you just would bring some of your weapons and.
They're everywhere. But I do a lot on Halloween. I go to every haunted house I can find for one, which I'll be doing again this year.
Like literal haunted houses or set up ones?
A bit of both if I can.
Do you actually like drive out and venture?
I do. I can't be too specific about that because you're not supposed to do that kind of thing. But yeah. I used to run a website when I was in college about that kind of thing specifically. It was called Night Terrors.
Are there any that you haven't been to that you want to go to?
Oh, tons. I drove by the Amityville house.
Really?
Yeah. That's in New York, isn't it? Or Long Island? It is, isn't it?
Maybe.
Do you not know, or are you being
I don't
weird?
know.
Oh, okay.
I'm being weird, but I also don't know.
Oh, okay. That's natural. I'd like to go into that. Have you ever been into any haunted properties?
Not that I know of. So, no.
Ones that you didn't cause to be haunted?
I haven't sought any out.
Okay.
I don't know. That's always another thing I've wanted to do. But it being illegal always kind of deters me.
I've heard from some... No, I don't care about that. Who could arrest this face?
Probably no one.
Some other people we know, I think, are talking about doing that kind of thing.
Well, I hope that they get, some pictures and some video, footage and everything going on.
That would be super duper content. I don't know if we should probably not mention them in case they don't have permission to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's grim.
Hey.
We're just if someone's going to get in trouble, it's better that it's you, right?
No, you're Canadian. You'll just apologize and everyone goes away.
I'll be like, sorry. Is when you were a kid, was Halloween still in its glory, like where people smashing things and stealing things.
Yeah, and every once in a while you'll see that around here, but I live in a kind of shady area anyway. So it just gives people more of an excuse to do wrong things. But
do they flip over police cars and light them on fire?
No, they don't.
They used to do that here every year.
Why?
Just to show them who's boss.
Oh, okay. It's also really depressing growing up. I've noticed so many less like lights on for front porches and everything. It's just like like you have to drive to go trick or treating if you like want kids to go now.
That's terrible. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Like traveling like on your own was like most of the fun, or like with a gang of little hoodlums was like part of the fun. You know?
Yeah, that first year when you're able to go by yourself and you either have like a big bag or you have a pillowcase.
Yeah.
And you're just like, let's go hit up every house we can.
Yeah. And if they didn't, back in the day when they didn't answer the door, that was like not good for them.
Yeah. Now it's like, nah, let's just leave the whole street off.
Yeah. We don't want to get into a litigious situation with these people.
Did you ever do something like that?
Every year we were terrible. We'd take everything that wasn't bolted down. We'd like throw eggs and toilet paper houses and soap windows, and which actually probably is good for windows, but
you were doing a favor in one way.
Yeah, we just wash their windows. Yeah, we'd toilet paper their house, smash the pumpkins, then feel bad and wash their car.
Yeah, that sounds pretty Canadian.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Then they'd give us some maple syrup in a sack, and we'd be happy and be on our way.
Would they give you any Canadian bacon?
That's not a thing. That doesn't exist.
I just wanted to see your face when I brought it up.
I don't know why Americans keep forcing this bacon on us. Like, is that how the French are with French fries? Are they like, what is this? This is not ours, huh?
I'm offended.
You don't like my impression?
No, it was pretty good. It was actually really good. I'm gonna go put a muzzle on a dog.
Oh, okay.
I
was gonna say, I'm gonna cover this time how.
So what's really funny is, Americans wonder why it's called Canadian bacon when it's just fucking ham.
Is Canadian bacon the one?
Thick cut ham.
And does it have like little bits of like yellow shit on it or something?
No, it's just fucking ham.
Oh, okay.
Literally just ham.
I have no idea why that would be Canadian. Like, are we the first people to slice up a pig or what?
Maybe you are. We should look this up at some point after, not now.
Yeah, not right now. We can't afford the silence.
But we could take a moment and say a prayer for Halloween.
Rip Halloween. I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah?
I'm bringing it back.
Make Halloween great again?
Yeah, I'm making Halloween great again. I got these red hats printed out. My mask is going to be orange.
I'm speechless. Wait, that's normal.
Well, if there's one thing that guy has done, he's brought more fear into the world, and I guess that's what I'm trying to do too.
I mean, everyone was so afraid that something would have happened, and here we are. I'm breathing. Yeah,
it's probably all right. Do you ever watch American Horror Story?
I got through, I think, 4 or 5. I don't know. I started watching the hotel one.
Oh, okay. This season, I think there's only been one episode so far. It starts off right when your last election, the results came in.
Okay.
It started off with that, and it's pretty hilarious. It's showing both extremes and how they reacted. It's pretty interesting.
I like that you can just watch American Horror Story from any season because they're all their own thing. so you
Yeah,
don't
I'd
actually have to
never
watch it
seen
in
that
order.
before in anything else, really.
No, and that gives it an unlimited amount of ideas. They can just run it until they're tired of it.
Oh, I just thought of something. Are you a Stephen King fan at all?
I am. I'm not. So, I mean, I don't read. My father reads a lot of his books. I don't know if he reads all of them, but that's why I
Okay.
am.
Have you seen any Stephen King material recently?
I have not seen what I think you were talking about, but I did kind of want you to talk about it.
Okay. Well, too bad. Just kidding, I'll talk about it.
You're like sitting there like, I need to.
I know,
But
they
pick up
can't
your
see me
fidget
though.
spinner.
Yeah.
You're fidgeting, Nick.
It was probably it's probably one of the best horror movies I've seen, and it is, quotes, it. You know, Stephen King's, it's hard to talk about it. Stephen King's It. That movie is legitimately scary.
Yeah.
Like,
Were you scared?
the closest I've been in a long time, I would say.
Did you have that feeling afterwards or just during?
I think a little bit during. I know the whole crowd in the theater, and let me tell you, there weren't more than 3 seats available once everyone had sat down, which is a unique event around here. People were like shouting at the screen and screaming nonstop, and like it was quite a show. What's his name? Bill Skarsgård. He is one creepy fuck. That's all I can say. Like, that guy, we looked up videos after the movie of him.
Yeah.
And all you can see is Pennywise now when you look at him.
Really?
Like, he did such a good job. And the previous movie that they made of it, they sort of tamed it down. This one, in the first 4 minutes, everyone was like gasping at what happened.
Really?
Yeah. Like, they don't give you any time to prepare yourself.
Well, now people listening will be prepared.
They won't be prepared unless they've read the book, and I know no one who listens to this reads. No, just kidding.
They probably don't.
Probably don't. No. But yeah, you should see that as soon as possible. Like, it was really good. The actors, like the kids and stuff, very rarely are kid actors any good. Mm-hmm. Every one of them was really good. And one of them's from Stranger Things.
Really?
Yeah, one of the kids were from Stranger Things. And he did a good job too. Totally different character from who he plays on that. All right. So that kid's got range.
That's good.
Yeah. But
another thing I'm looking forward to as well.
Oh yeah, like I normally don't go opening nights to things, but I'm glad that I went to that. It was, if that was in IMAX, I would have pissed myself.
Will you go see it a second time?
Yeah, I probably will. Because I imagine there's a lot of people who haven't seen it yet who are going to be like, hey, do you want to see it? And I'll be like, yes, I do.
And then you can pick up on things maybe you missed.
Yeah, and I could spoil it in advance for him.
You're a jerk.
I wouldn't do that.
You could make it extra scary, though.
I could make him calm before the horrible thing happens. But I read the book and I saw the Tim Curry version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of the book that I didn't understand because I read it when I was so young that I now understand because of this movie, because it's more faithful to the content.
Okay.
So, definitely a must-see. I will give it 8 out of 8 cogs.
That's a lot of cogs.
That's all the cogs.
You're right, it is.
Yeah. So, The Mist was really good. And Netflix has a new Stephen King one called Mercy that's really good, too. You'll like that. It has your, like, relations in it. Demons.
Oh. Then I'll have to... What's it called? Mercy?
Yep.
Is The Mist on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really good too. That's like traumatizing horror, that is.
Are you talking about the series or the movie?
The series. The movie
Okay.
was meh. But yeah, you
I
got a
mean, the
lot
movie
of
was
homework to
still
do,
pretty.
man.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about The Mist, and then I heard it was bad, and I was like, well, I still like the whole thing.
No, it's so good. It's like if the stuff happens in that's not like directly that's not related to the supernatural happened in another movie, it would still be traumatizing.
Um, Speaking of TV series, have you ever seen Kingdom Hospital?
Mm, No, but you recommended that to me before.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm really gonna.
Can you like loudly talk about Kingdom Hospital?
No, I'm gonna just let this happen.
Oh, great.
Hold on, just let it happen.
You sound like a rapist right now.
Wow, dog's very upset.
It's triggered.
I'd text Nick and he would just blame the dog.
You just strangled it. No, it's not.
No, he's not gonna strangle his dog. Anyway, yes, I do recommend it because it's you might have to watch it a few times, but it's pretty messed up in its own rights.
Okay.
Like I don't really want to talk about because it just starts off really fucked up.
So it's sort of like there's something that happens right away that.
Yeah, it's not like super gruesome or anything, but it's a mind fuck.
It's super hard not to spoil things like this sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you
like
find it
just
difficult?
go watch it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just tell people you have to watch it. If you don't, then you don't, but you're missing out.
Yeah. Sometimes I like try to find out if they're going to watch it or not, and if I think that they're really not going to, I spoil it.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Do they ever get pissed off?
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, all right. Well, you better watch Kingdom Hospital.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it. I think I actually have it right now, but never get around to watching it.
Well, if you ever watch it, you just let me know how you feel about it.
Okay. So that is a Stephen King thing also, right?
Yes. I don't know
man.
what if it's just its own thing or if it was like a short story or whatever he did.
Was it on TV at one time?
Yeah, it was just one of the regular channels or whatever. So it's nothing crazy.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like an HBO thing or anything like
No.
that? Is HBO even a thing anymore?
It is, but generally you can just ask a friend to get their login like anything else.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I knew the answer to this question already because I used to get emails from my ISP from HBO saying, please don't pirate Game of Thrones early.
Please stop watching our stuff without paying for it. Thank you.
Yeah, the first time I got one of those letters, I was really scared. I was like, oh no, the gig's up. They caught me. But they can't do anything. The HBO just requires the ISP to send us that letter every time we do it.
I don't know if they can actually do anything here, but that's why you get stuff and things to block them from seeing what you're doing.
Yeah, like, was that the incognito browser or whatever?
Well, that they can still see. But
have you ever heard of the deep web?
I have, but I've never been to the deep web.
Is it? I wonder if it's as scary as I think it is.
I want to go there.
Do you? Be careful, because everything I know about the deep web I learned from creepypastas.
Yeah?
It sounds pretty scary.
I don't fuck with creepypastas, so...
You'll end up with like Russians coming to your house trying to cut your head off and stuff.
I'd cut their head off.
Yeah, I suppose you got more weapons than they could possibly have.
I do.
So, did you have anything else that you were dying to talk about before we go back to normal next week?
If I had anything to talk about that I'd be dying for, I think I might be dead.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Tito.
Tito agrees. This message is approved by Tito.
If you don't have the Twitch app on PC, you should probably get it.
Oh, I've got that now. But why should other people get it?
Because it's not just for Twitch. You can, video call people.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing. And it has screen share. I mean, Discord's getting it all too, but...
Yeah, but not yet. Mr. Lucky Pants here's got the free video calling version, but I haven't.
Special.
Yeah, you are special, all right.
Thanks, Nick. That touches close to home. Right here in my chest. Just in my chest.
Right in your heart attack.
No, in my chest. This thing right here.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bone.
A cavity.
It is a cavity.
Well, I think other than that, we can probably wrap it up. If you're disappointed because you sent in a question and it didn't ask this week, I'm saving it till we're all here so we can all have fun answering it. And that's just how it works when me and Grim are in charge.
Yeah, we thought about getting a third, but then we figured, nah, we'll wing it.
Fuck people. We can do it. Yeah, but keep sending in those questions because when we can all do it as a group, it's a lot more fun, and we really do enjoy those. You can send them to questions@cogpod.net. If you need anything else, you can go to our website, which is just cogpod.net. And if you're hearing this, you probably know that all already, but thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Say goodbye, Grimsby.
Goodbye, Grimsby.
Goodbye.
Wait, goodbye.